Looks like I got some pretty good voicemail here as far as my DUI, the criminal charge. They're trying to still charge me with the DUI for refusal, even though I beat my refusal, and here's my attorney's stance.
What I did do is I filed a notice with the court stating we adopt all the previous motions filed. We maintain those objections. We think the court made wrong decisions on those, but we are moving forward with the trial without filing any more motions. Now, we may file some motions in limine at some point, but that would happen closer to trial. Those would be very specific things once we have a better idea of what kind of evidence is going to come into trial. So my theory of your case at this point, and I agree, we're going to put forth to a jury that there was no reason for you to be stopped in the first place. But the theory of the case, really, we don't want you to get the DUI conviction, or the DUID conviction, I should say. And the only evidence ever presented by the officer is that you had some bloodshot, watery eyes, and he smelled marijuana. He does not say he smelled burnt marijuana. He says he smelled marijuana. And that is not enough for an arrest. But for the jury, they're not going to be deciding whether or not the officer had probable cause to arrest you. They're going to be deciding whether or not you were actually impaired. And so all they have is the officer saying that he smelled marijuana and saw bloodshot, watery eyes. However, following that, you guys had all kinds of interactions, many of them videotaped at the jail, or I should say at the police station in Loveland. You do not come off as the least bit impaired. I mean, you're arguing back and forth, back and forth. You could come off as a lot of things, but you do not appear to be impaired, especially not on marijuana. I mean, it's hard to believe anybody could argue for that long with the officer on there if they were high on marijuana, or they would sound the way you sounded. I mean, it was clear you were frustrated, upset, didn't think you were being treated fairly. You made a lot of good points in your argument to the police officer. So that's what our theory of the case is going to be at trial. I have an investigator that we've gotten assigned to your case. I think it's going to be Laura Tellers.
That's it, folks. Sounds like I got enough standing to move forward with all the civil suit, false arrest, malicious prosecution, all that. The third attorney said there's no probable cause for the initial stop, the arrest,